All right, thank you so much for joining us on edition 91 of Lunch Out Loud Ottawa. My name is Nick Baczewski.
I'm Andrew Miller.
And of course, we're the podcast that talks to the people, places, events that make Ottawa the incredible city that it is. And we were just talking about before this interview.
Before.
That this weekend is always crazy. There's so much stuff to do. And just taken aback 2 years ago, it's insane.
What happened 2 years ago?
There wasn't as much stuff going on weekends.
I don't remember 2 years ago what happened.
Anyways, we have very special guests, Amy Beausoleil and Mallory Bertrand from the Unshaven Mavens. And we're going to hear all about that. Yeah. Of course, halfway through the episode, we're going to hear from Jen from Foodie Prints, who will be talking about the Byward Market Harvest 613 night market that's going on at the Convention Center on Saturday, and the Bountiful Tables to benefit Parkdale Food Center. But before we get to our very special guests, why don't we check this out?
This is Alex from Heavy Bedroom, and you're listening to Lunch Out Loud Ottawa.
So thank you so much, Heavy Bedroom. They will be opening tonight for Cale Matson, who is just getting back from Los Angeles. He did say that he played with Ozzy Osbourne earlier on in the week, and
nice.
I want to hear more about that, so I might talk to Cale about that. Of course, Heavy Bedroom has a new album out on Bandcamp. It's called I Saw an End. We will see the beginning of this show in just a moment, but that song was I Ate Apples. So
I ate apples?
I ate apples.
All right.
All right. Well, thank you so much for having us
fitting
here.
For the season.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah,
it is very fitting. I just went apple picking.
Did you?
Oh, nice.
Where did you go for apple
the
picking?
Orleans Fruit Farm.
And how was that?
It was great.
Yeah.
I climbed the tree and I felt very...
Oh, that's fun.
How much
was it because
cost?
all the apples were picked from the lower branches?
Yeah.
And you were forced to climb the tree?
Yeah.
All right, that's what
Is it expensive or is it cheap compared to buying at the stores?
I don't know. I'm really bad with price comparisons, but it was $10 for 8 pounds.
That sounds like a deal.
That sounds like a deal.
And they were good.
A lot of pies and what else are you making with all the apples?
I'm going to make caramelized apple dessert.
Okay.
And maybe apple bread?
Maybe?
Apple bread.
Crumble.
Apple crumble. I already made the apple pie.
Well,
Yeah,
hopefully,
apple
and then you just give it away to
Apple
friends
juice.
at the end.
Yeah, exactly.
Or
Apple
coworkers.
Apple sauce.
Sauce.
There's so many things you
Apple
can
cider.
do. Yeah.
Let's do another segment
All right.
on that.
I hope everybody had a
we'll do
good
a full
Thanksgiving.
You
Yes.
did.
I did.
Still full.
You're still full?
Still
Yes.
full.
I finally came out of the coma about 24 hours ago.
Wonderful. Wonderful. So, Amy, I guess before we'll talk about Unshaven Mavens, we'd like to get to know a little bit about you, about what brought you to Ottawa, maybe a favorite hangout spot, what keeps you here in this.
Well, I don't tell a lot of people this, but I was actually born in Toronto,
Now you're going to tell everybody.
which is unfortunate. Born in Toronto, but moved to Ottawa when I was very young. Lived in Almont, then Canada, and then Ottawa Center.
You just gradually moved your way east there.
Yeah, exactly. And so I've been here pretty much ever since. So I would say I'm
You're an
I'm
Ottawa.
I'm an
Ottawarian.
Yeah, Ottawarian.
Yeah, you got it.
Or Ottawan. And what keeps me here? I mean, really, my family. My family's here. The job opportunities are here. Friends are here. Everything that I've built throughout the years, it's all here. I'm not a huge fan of big mega cities. I like visiting them, but I like the fact that Ottawa is small enough that you're 1 degree of separation between someone that you want to know and someone you know.
Yeah.
Plus, just being able to get around. The city is kind of, to me, has exploded in terms of all the different possibilities and things that you can do, whatever your demographic. We're coming into our own, finally. It's really exciting. So, yeah.
What's one maybe restaurant or something that you find very...
Goodness. Well, I have a very full family, so getting out isn't very regular.
Well, what do you, if you go out with the family, maybe not a restaurant, or there's some fun things that you like to do, or?
Well, we're a hockey family, so we really like to go watch, our sons play.
67s?
67s, yes, absolutely. We're very supportive of the sports in Ottawa, so definitely want to go see Fury, Red Blacks, just any type of sporting events to support that community. But really, just hanging out and going to all the parks. But my favorite thing is going to the market, the fresh market down on.
Parkdale?
No, not Parkdale.
Brewer?
Well, yes, Parkdale.
Brewer?
The Brewer.
Brewer? Okay.
I mean, Parkdale's closer to where I live, but the fresh markets, like bringing the kids and seeing the fresh produce and seeing what can be produced and it's local and giving them that,
that's
that
great.
aspect. So that's probably one of my favorite things to do.
That's a fun thing. And how long are they going to go for? How long will it go on for? The markets?
The markets?
The Brewer, is it
probably end of
November?
October?
I think,
Is it November?
I don't know. I'm not really sure.
Do they
I'm
cut it
hoping
when the
lasts.
snow comes, maybe, or do
Maybe,
they just
yeah.
I don't know. I'm thinking it's based on what is produced and what's
Yeah.
the French word récolté.
Cultivated?
Cultivated, yeah.
Harvested?
Harvested, there you go.
Yeah.
So, however long the harvest lasts. So.
No, I'm a big
Right
fan
on.
of that as well.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yourself,
what-
Mallory?
Yeah.
I am from all over the place. I was born in Winnipeg, but my parents moved shortly after that. And then my dad joined the Air Force when I was 14.
So you've been around here. Then.
Yeah, BC, went to high school in Moose Jaw, Saskatchewan.
Oh, wow.
Went to university at Western in London, and then came to Ottawa because my boyfriend at the time was here.
Yeah.
And then I stuck it out here because I made a great group of friends and, found a good job, and the city grew on me a lot. I did not think I would settle down in Ottawa.
What's something different that Ottawa has that some of the other cities you've lived in doesn't have?
I
do you like
think the position of the city along the canal and the river and right across from Gatineau Park is really unique. I mean, Victoria has the ocean and, whatever.
Blah,
the
blah,
blah, blah,
Victoria.
blah, the Rocky Mountains.
Everything that's great.
But for a landlocked city, to have that water access is awesome.
Right on.
What's maybe a favorite restaurant for you?
I
if you had
love going to play
Yeah?
Oh,
in the
yeah?
market.
Plays
Right
one.
on.
Consistent service. I know that when I go, they're going to be really happy to see me, and they're genuine, and they are super excited to tell me about their new wine offerings, and I know the food's going to be awesome, and it's a cozy ambiance, and it's fancy, but it's not pretentious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you excited that he has a new spot opening up on Elgin?
Another one?
Mm-hmm.
Back to
Where?
2.0.
Yeah.
At 150,
not
the
know.
performance court on.
Yeah, now you're
Elgin.
excited.
Yeah, and on the performance court on
I think that's what they call it, right?
I
150,
forget
yeah.
what it's called.
150? Oh, yeah,
150, the
That
brand
big,
new.
big, big,
With Shopify.
beautiful. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Did you see the new photos of the Shopify building?
Yeah, I kind of drooled
Oh,
a little bit
Lord,
on my
that looks
keyboard.
amazing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was
Yeah, I was
beautiful.
jealous.
So I think
Yeah.
that's scheduled to open November-ish.
Ooh,
So what's coming
good
up?
for him.
Absolutely.
Then
That'll be a lot of
yes,
We'll
fun.
have
I
to
am
try
excited.
to get someone from there on the show too.
Oh, absolutely. All right, so the reason we're here is to talk Unshaven Mavens. So can you enlighten us to what are the Unshaven Mavens? How did it come about? And
First of all, great name.
Thank you.
Thank you.
love it. And great hashtag.
Yeah, the hashtag, as I was telling them earlier, the hashtags for those that don't know is Pits for Tits. And my fiance saw the flyer and she said, "What are you doing on the show tomorrow exactly?" And I don't know, I thought I might be coming in getting my armpits shaved, but that's good to know that I'm not. But
But you can do it on your own time.
I could, yeah, why not?
Why not? Shall I start?
Yeah, go for it.
So it was October 3 years ago now. Well, 4 years ago, 2011,
2011,
I guess. Yeah. And it was, the men's growing season for, November and mustaches for kids and for prostate cancer and whatnot. And Amy and I were having lunch just on Bank Street and thought that it would be good to come up with something for women to grow.
Yeah.
Well, we thought maybe like how can we do something very similar?
Yeah.
That's self-deprecating, completely different from anything else.
Mm-hmm.
That's humor based, not fear based or tearjerker based, and not that there's anything wrong with that, but like how can we stand out?
And then we went through the different female body parts that grow hair, and Jelina was already taken, so and we didn't want that one. We thought of the underarm and hair, and then I don't know how we made the link with Rethink Breast Cancer, but we soon discovered that you can. They actually encourage you to detect. Look under in the armpit for early signs of breast cancer, so swollen lymph nodes and glands. So we didn't have to stretch it to make that correlation between growing your underarm hair and raising awareness of early detection in the underarm. So that all came about, and then our initial name was October Breast, but that was taken by another group in the States.
So we were told quickly,
cease and desist.
Okay.
Really?
Oh,
yeah, which is fine. Totally respect that. So and then Unshaven Mavens came up.
And the rest is kind of history. We just it's been a ride.
Yeah.
So even for a charity, they'll come after you for the name?
It wasn't malicious. It was more like, hey, just so you know,
because they were a charity.
Yeah, they were a charity. So
with the internet now, it's a little trickier.
Yeah.
I mean, back in the day when we didn't have the internet, it's not so bad if you have the same name as somebody and halfway across the country. But nowadays when you're doing websites and things like
you're
that,
competing with the whole world. Like we have some registrants from Europe, so this other organization in the States was.
So we totally understood, and we're like, you know what, we're creative enough. I think we can probably find something.
Yeah.
I mean, even
and
if
I
you look,
think the name you came up with is better.
It works, So, but even our hashtag, there's a charity that's actually pit bulls for breast cancer.
Yeah.
So the Pits for Tits thing, you'll see that we kind of share it. So it happens.
Pit bulls for cancer.
Yeah, there's something about pit bulls. And then a correlation with cancer. I have absolutely no idea.
Right
I have no idea. So
they have that lockjaw.
They won't let go of that cancer.
Suck on
get it out.
Diseases out.
Oh no.
So we've the internet. I mean, it is what it is. You can do all the research you want, but some obscure thing will be like, hey, we're also using the same thing.
Yeah.
So, what can you do?
Interesting.
Yeah.
So what is the goal?
Well,
what is the goal of October?
For October, from an awareness thing, we just want as many people as possible, men and women, to check their underarms when doing their for women, breast self-exams.
Or just shaving or washing.
Exactly.
Nick's checking his pits right now.
What's going
I know you
on?
can't see that. He's like,
Because because if anything, if you do detect a lump in your armpit, I mean, it's your lymph nodes are swelling or anything like that. Just it's a sign. Go to your doctor, because the earlier you detect it, your odds of survival are much better.
And then the money that we raise goes directly to the Ottawa chapter of the Live, Laugh, Learn program, which is a Rethink Breast Cancer program. It's sort of a support group for women who are fighting breast cancer or have battled with breast cancer, and they learn about healthy lifestyle and nutrition.
So that's where the money goes?
So
that's directly where the money goes.
How
so
did
we
you
want
get
to raise
involved
money
with
for them.
Well, I guess when we finally figured out, like, okay, this is what we can totally do. Who should we donate our money to? We're really looking. I mean, we're not the typical demographic of the stereotypical cancer
breast cancer
victims.
victims.
The 50 plus and all that kind of stuff. Like, you get your mammogram as soon as you're 50. That kind of thing. There's women are getting diagnosed younger and younger and younger and younger. And so there's a big disparity between the goals and values and things like that and aspirations of an under 40 crowd versus an over 40 crowd. And we stumbled upon, serendipitously, upon Rethink Breast Cancer, who targets the under 40 demographic. And we said, well, that couldn't be more perfect, because on top of that, they're very humor-based, they're no fear based, and they do all sorts of research, and they just do great things.
And they're based out of Ottawa?
They're based in
Toronto, okay. And they have chapters across.
Correct. Like they have different satellite offices.
And I think they told us about this local chapter of this particular program, which they have all over the country too. So we thought, well, that would be great, because it's